Hello everyone, and yeah, welcome back to this channel. I haven't actually uploaded in a while. There's no real reason why. I'm not going to do why have I uploaded in however many months, whatever. I just feel like making a new video now for this channel, so yeah, let's just get right into it. So, as you can probably guess by what you're seeing on screen now, I'm just going to play a very short video. It's about a minute to 2 minutes long, by someone called DSP Rant. He's on Twitter. I'll leave a link in the description. Go and check him out. He posts a lot of detractor stuff, about obviously DSP. I'll just play this really quickly and then I'll come back in with my points after. So yeah, I'll see you after this.
Manager did a 100-bit cheer and said, "Why would I believe you about anything? Well, you lied about being engaged, you lied about the wedding, you lied about the cat, so how can I believe anything you say?" Then don't. Who cares? I'm a gameplay streamer, right? I'm a gameplay streamer. Do you like the gameplay I put out on my streams? Do you find my streams entertaining? If the answer to those is yes and you want to see it continue, then contribute. If the answer to those is no, I don't trust you as a person, I don't like you, then move on and stop watching me. It's that simple. You're hiring manager, you don't have to be here. There are 5 zillion other people on planet Earth that you can watch. If you really don't fucking trust me, move on. But the truth of the matter is, people won't. They latch on like fucking, like ticks, and they suck the blood slowly, and they do everything they can to do negative shit and just attack, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just a guy who wants to sit here and play games, and I have to hide shit from you, like the engagement, like the wedding, like the cat, because people attack me so fucking much. The thing is, people act like now, oh, well, you see, Phil, we can't trust you anymore because you hid stuff from us. But why did I hide stuff from you? Because in the past, I was 100% transparent, and all you assholes did was attack me and hurt me. So now I hide stuff from you. Oh, now Phil's dishonest. Well, whoa. That's because I'm protecting myself and my family because you attacked me first. I was upfront and honest first. I was one of the most honest guys on YouTube for some 6+ years. I shared everything in my life privately with you guys. You knew everything that was going on every day with me. You know what I mean? And people use that incredibly dishonestly, incredibly messed up ways to fuck my life over. So now why the fuck would I be honest and upfront about all my private shit? You're out of your mind. Is that these people have this crazy obsession that I must be 100% transparent about everything in my life. It's nuts. Like, why? Why do you even want to know about that shit? It's just fucked up. It's really fucked up stuff. And by the way, thank you to Proof.
Okay then, so if you don't know who DSP is, this isn't the video to watch, I'm afraid. So just go and I'll leave some links in the description actually, or in the top comment. Just check them too. It's in one of them. Two of some videos where you can see some good videos about DSP. But let's just get right into this. So yeah, with that video you've just seen, it's pretty horrible really, isn't it? If you know who DSP is, if you know what he's on about. And I just want to get through some points that just came to my head. So the main thing I wanted to talk about is DSP and his view on himself. Now, if you watch his channel, most people would assume he's a Let's Player. Because a Let's Player is, someone who... They're the people who make the content, but they're also the focus of the content. That's the easiest way to describe what a Let's Player is. Whereas a gameplay channel, there's no microphone and there's no camera or no webcam on, so it's pretty much 100% gameplay. The only sort of interaction you might see is if they might type something in the game or something like that, but there's basically no interaction with the gameplay stream. Whereas a Let's Play streamer or video maker, they're the main focus of the channel, which is 100% fine, by the way. Everyone can do what they want, of course. If they can do it, fine, just do it. But him as a person though, it's so weird, because if you obviously you know who DSP is, but as a person he is such a terrible Let's Player. Let's just excuse the fact that he's terrible at games. Like, he can't play most stuff to save his life, let's just be honest. But he's got no character traits at all. He's one of the most negative people on Twitch and YouTube, technically, because he's still on YouTube, even though it's only an archive dude, as he says. And yeah, there's basically nothing entertaining besides a few dick jokes and burping, which I know on my other podcast, my friend James burps a lot, but, it's a lot different when a grown man's doing it, because he's just entertaining children. But yeah, the next point that I sort of wanted to bring up, I have just got a few things written down because I have a terrible memory, by the way, is honesty with Phil. So, this is probably going to be a very weird point of video, so I'm going to have to explain this quite slowly. No offence to anyone at all listening, it's just a very weird thing if you don't know what I'm on about. So, Phil sees the people who hate on him right now, even if you are a detractor who's only identified as a detractor for 5 seconds. So say if you think, I've been giving Phil money for a year now and nothing's really working out, you know, he's still in the same tax cycle, he's still in the same money pit, he's spending ridiculous amounts of money on a cat, getting married, you know, moving people in and all that. You think, I'm just going to stop supporting him. In that second you decide to stop supporting him, you are the same person who tried to get him killed 5 years ago. 5 years ago now. You're the same person who tried to get him killed then, because according to DSP, one detractor is the same as all detractors. So that's probably the easiest way to describe it. If you, for whatever reason, think, I don't like DSP, therefore you want to see him killed like the other people did, just mental. But let's just quickly explain how, because it is hard getting inside the mind of the pig roach himself, so we're going to have to sort of dissect how he thinks honesty works. So I've just made a few little bullet points, and I'm just going to try and expand on them as we go. So, his fan base and the trolls are the exact same since day one, according to Phil. So, 2008, what was that, 11 years ago now? Because it's not like he goes on about his 11-year legacy every day. If you're a fan in 2008, you are the exact same fan as you are now. Same for the trolls. I think it was DSP Cult Leader. I think that was his name. Was he around in 2000 and... I think it was 2009 or 2010, but don't quote me on that. But this is the way he thinks. People don't age, people don't change, and they will just... Once they've set their ways, they will stay like that forever. And he does like to use previous examples of trolls and people who've criticised him to explain why people are trolling him now. So, this video is going to be too long if I explain it, but just look up, I'd recommend looking up Tevin's, the Sons of Kojima video, because it's about 3.5 hours long, but it covers about, well, years worth of content, like hours and hours and hours of podcasts, all condensed into about 3.5 hours. So yeah, basically they're just a group of people who troll DSP quite hard, and they built a well in Africa just to troll him. It's pretty bizarre. But basically he uses the actions of, say, the people at the Sons of Kojima, and like the stuff they did to troll him, how people trolled him like from there, and he uses that to explain why someone will like troll cheer him today. So if my name is XXX DSP lover, I don't know, it's just a random name I made up. If my name was that and I troll cheered like 100 bits, I'm not really good on Twitch, not good with bits or cheers or whatever. So if I just troll cheered that and it said DSP you stinky or something really like, you know, tame, something like a kid would say, because his fan base is pretty much kids, he'd think, dude, that is the same guy, that's Fred from the Sons of Kojima. That is the same guy. That's basically sort of the lines of logic he'd sort of go along. You think, oh, he's been inspired by Fred. Oh no, he's part of the Sons of Kojima. Something really bizarre like that. It's just really weird. But the best thing about this is, he doesn't want you to think like that about him. So although he thinks, oh, you're a detractor now, so you're the same as this detractor 5 years ago. If you say to Phil, alright Phil, let's look at you 5 years ago. Yeah, you think the same, you do the same, you're just as racist, you're just as sexist, you know, stuff like that. Like, no, I'm not. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. He wants you to think that he's a totally different guy. He wants you to think he's like the new and improved. He's new positive guy. I was going to do the DSP positive word, but I just sound like I'm having a stroke or something if I said that. But yeah, he doesn't want you to assume that he's the exact same and thinks and does the exact same stuff he did 5+ years ago. Because if you do that, then that's detractor logic, and you're just stupid according to DSP. And yeah, if anyone has a go at Phil over, because if you don't know as well, he lied to his fans about a wedding. He lied to his fans about getting a cat. Well, he didn't lie. He charged them $2,000 to get a cat. Or just to reveal he got a cat that he's already had for like 8 months or even longer. Or when he was hinting that his girlfriend was moving in. And then pretty soon after she became his wife, which is an entirely different story that would take a long time to cover. But according to Phil, if you criticise him, you are an evil detractor. You know, you're just as bad as Sons of Kojima, just as bad as Almighty Tevin, although Tevin doesn't really do anything wrong. You can say that about all detractors. All that they use is stuff that Phil puts out, so you know, it can't. I know that Phil says, "Oh, but you take it out of context, dude." I'm like, well, they don't, because a lot of detractors leave stuff in. The only time I take stuff out of context is to say something funny, but they make it obvious it's a joke. Like Snort Banal, a lot of the clips he uses, they're that overly edited. Anyone can tell that they're a joke, unless you're a kid, which, as I said before, is Phil's fan base. So yeah, and this is just sort of like the rounding off sort of point. If you can't trust someone, this is Phil's logic, by the way. This is what people have sort of worked out about the way he thinks. If you can't trust someone who has hidden stuff and is probably still hiding a lot of stuff from you, such as his wife probably being pregnant, you know, if you hide that from your fan base, the people who pay your bills, people who, you know, make you relevant on the internet and all that, according to Phil, you're a detractor. Because if you can't trust someone 100% who you haven't met in real life, who you don't really know because they're a really dishonest person, and the fact that they lie pretty much constantly to your face, that means you're dishonest because you can't trust someone who's honest, according to Phil. It's just mental, the amount of hypocritical logic that he uses against, like, what he calls his haters, who are in reality just critics, or, you know, they're trying to like better him by saying, look Phil, if you do this, or look Phil, if you didn't do that and you did this, you'd be in a lot better position. But he can't take any criticism at all. So just sort of like the rounding off points here, let's just sort of paint a picture here. So let's go for the cat reveal. DSP did an impromptu, dude, I'm going to do a marathon event, which by the way wasn't a marathon, it was shorter than I think most of his gameplay streams are. It was like, you know, oh, we need a good sub goal. It ended up, it's a really dodgy thing by the way, but he basically knew he was going to get a ton of money from it. It ended up he got $2,000 on one day for streaming, I think Super Mario 64, I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was, but don't quote me on that. I know it was a Mario game, but I can't remember which one. $2,000 for that, and then at the end he went, oh yeah, I've just got a cat that we've had for 8 months. Imagine spending $2,000. Some people are going to be a bit annoyed, aren't they? But basically the point that I'm trying to make from that sort of thing, I know I didn't word that very well at all, by the way, but if you feel lied to, you know, if you feel that DSP was hyping this up for, I think it was about a week, you know, hyping it up a lot on Twitter, you know, he really wanted people to donate, he really wanted people to chip in, you know, help him out and all that. If you feel lied to or cheated, Phil thinks that if you feel this way, then if he would have told you, say, 8 months ago when he first got the cat, you would have used that information against him for whatever reason. So, basically what he's saying is, if I'm honest with you, you'll just hate me for it, so I'm going to be dishonest, and then it won't be as bad. But I'm like, you're an internet personality, Phil. You put that much of your life out on the internet that it's got to the point now where you can't help but tell people what is going on. And when you don't tell people what's going on, it makes them very suspicious. You know, it's like, oh, why hasn't he told us this? And then it starts snowballing, and it's going to end up like it all boils down to money. Because if we go back in time, it would be about November, which was around the you know, Tevin's the evil man sort of thing, you know, the Halloween stream, where he said he basically had no money and he insulted Cat when he didn't. Yeah, I'm just getting way off topic here because I've watched so much the track stuff like for a few years now. But yeah, I'm just going to try and keep this. I don't know what this video is anymore. But yeah, And this is just sort of like the rounding off point, the final point I'm going to make, is the people who are hurt the most and are complaining the most about his cat reveal video. Cat the cat, not Cat the human. They're not detractors or people who don't like him. Like most people, it's like, well, yeah, we knew this was going to be, terrible. We knew this was going to be, you're just going to scam people. I'm like, well, it's bad, but it's not the worst. It's just a cat, you just lied, sort of thing. People who are hurt the most are his fan base, because they're like, we've put $2,000 down. Bear in mind, 1,000 of those dollars was from one man. Just one guy donated $1,000. I just can't get my head around that. But in Phil's mind, if you're offended, then this is the same thing that he used before. Actually, if he's like to his fan base, well, if you're offended that I revealed my cat, which I've had for 8 months, and I charge you $2,000 for, then you're just an evil brain dead detractor. You need to get out. You need to get out of my community. And this is sort of like relating back to the start of that video I played at the start. It's like, well, if you don't like me, dude, stop watching. I'm like, well, yeah, people are, but then you're just going to accuse them of being a detractor. So you're saying, alright, if you don't like me, stop watching, or if you don't like me, don't contribute, whatever. If people stop contributing, you're going to say, dude, there's so many detractors now. Oh, there's so many detractors. It's just a massive snowball effect that you're just saying, well, do this and you'll be fine. So you do it, and then it causes an even bigger problem, which spirals out into a bigger and bigger and bigger problem, where basically in a few years he's going to be pushing 50 viewers at most, and there's going to be, because at the moment I'll probably say there are a lot of detractors, because a lot of detractor streamers get about 1,000 views a stream. DSP barely pushes, sometimes it's anywhere, I'd say, from like 200 to about 700. 700's on a good day. That's what his ballpark. Tevin can push, I don't know, at least 1,000 and well beyond 1,000. LSB, he's probably pushing like 500. I don't really follow Dark Dave Mirrors, but I've heard he's about the same as LSB. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. But yeah, I'm just going to end this video because I'm going to keep rambling. I might upload this on both channels, so be sure to check the description, and be sure to follow the podcast that me and my friend do, because I might try and bring up some DSP stuff on that. It's just he's not very aware of a lot of the DSP stuff, and it will take him a long time because it's like years worth of content, really. But yeah, be sure to check out the podcast. Be sure to leave any comments down below, and yeah, I hope to see you in the next video, whenever that is. I'm not too sure because my upload schedule on this channel is very sporadic. This is on my AP Productions channel, so yeah, if you want a video done, just leave a comment down below or message me on Twitter, wherever. All the links in the description, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.